left for the human rights, on the right because they say it's based, and we're bringing the Shah back, and you know this is an Islamist government, and so on.
Yeah, there's two strains to the propaganda. I think he laid that out pretty appropriately. The other thing that I see is overestimations of the size of the demonstrations, and also conflating anti-protester groups, counter-protest groups, with actual protesters, lumping them in the same group and saying that's the totality of the protest. So you get all these crazy figures that aren't even remotely true about the size of these demonstrations, which aren't all just completely adversarial toward the government. They are in some ways, but a lot of it is from the U.S. sanctions regime to sanction the hell out of Iran, which has encouraged their central bank to print more currency, causing an inflation crisis. That's what happens when central banks print more currency. It acts as an invisible tax. It doesn't even have to be legislated when it happens in the United States. Same with other countries, and a large-scale drought. So
let's go. Welcome everybody to the live stream. It is Skills from Skills Reacts, and we are bringing you some new content today. We're going to be looking into some of these crazy videos from Instagram that are coming out lately, and just digging into what's really going on in the world today and some of this crazy stuff that's going on in the United States. All right. Also, we got some UFO stuff in here and some other things, but stay tuned. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and let's jump into it.
So Western intelligence and military backs an uprising.
Right now we are on Instagram. In the first few videos I have, I will definitely drop those links down in the description after the stream. So if you guys are looking to go watch and see them yourself, you guys are more than welcome to. Let's go ahead and get started.
FBI whistleblower has this to say to America.
Yes, sir. I would just say that I consider the hearing today my last act of service as a public servant for the United States of America, and I'll give you my professional opinions. This is a warning to the American people. I say, I personally have no confidence that the FBI will rein in its own conduct. Their ability to overclassify information can allow them to stonewall forever. My other recommendations are in the natural order. First, vote. The second is the Second Amendment. Arm yourself and know how to defend yourself. Make 3 to 4 friends in your neighborhood and promise to come to each other's mutual aid in times of hardship. And during the Great Depression, people stocked up a pantry. So I think that's a good practice, especially in our economic times, and make sure you have 3 to 4 months of food. As a person of faith, I'd say pray the rosary and read the gospel of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and live it every day.
Aliens exist and President...
Wow. Did you guys hear what he said? Why would an FBI agent quit his job and warn the public if something wasn't coming? What does he know that we don't know? You know what I'm saying? That's very sus. Very suspicious. Let me go ahead and hold on. Alright, let's go to the next video. Let me know what you guys think about that.
Helped out the United States
Man,
in any of its military wars in the
that
Middle
is
East
crazy.
By any
So he's basically saying prepare
for the greater Israel
for war. Prepare, we're going to war. So you need to stack up food, stack up power generators, water, whatever you need when the power goes out and the internet goes out. That's what you need to be prepping for. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something we need to be ready for. Expect the worst, hope for the best. That's what it's got to be. And let's go to the next one.
And Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space...
I've heard about this one.
Gospel of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and live it every day.
Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach this...
Former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. Bro, this is the top leader to the space, not anymore, the top leader to the Israeli Space Force. Like their whole deal. The people that would know about this shit, the top guy is the one coming forward and saying that there is extraterrestrials and we've known about it, and the US has known about it and has kept stuff in its possession and hiding it from the public because in fear of mass panic, mass hysteria, right? Let's check this out. I've heard this before. This came out actually either not a year or two ago, I believe.
Stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News Chief Global Correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Chaim Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years, not immigrants, but extraterrestrials.
So currently in contact means they're still in contact
of aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general says the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is. Well, the good news is that he claims an agreement has been reached between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives.
And that's why I'm worried about that prospect of a false flag.
You guys understand how big what he said is? That means all of our suspicions, all the stuff that happened after Roswell, the Proxima Centauri deal, the extraterrestrial EVE, all this stuff
to save face with their own populace. Trump is like, great, and then thankfully use that
is backed up by a highly credible witness, and now saying that it is all true. And not only are we still in contact and still have the treaty with these extraterrestrials, we actually have already established a base on Mars. And there's just a lot of stuff that coincides with a lot of the history and things that came out in the past to what he says that kind of aligns up, right?
And yet this is what we're signing ourselves.
Sorry, you guys, I'm dealing with a cold,
we're sending
but
over a carrier strike group so that we can do a sustained air campaign.
Yeah, I agree with them. I'm not sure I totally agree with pushing the Saudis into alternative alliances.
This is an eye situation, warning everybody.
For F-35s, and their membership in BRICS seems to be, tenuous or on hold. And all the U.S. does.
Dude wasn't doing nothing. Look, he isn't doing nothing but helping her up. That's it. He's just trying to help her up. Look at that. He's just trying to help her up.
And the Iranians remain their classic adversary. So as long as that the U.S. is at odds with Iran in some ways, the Saudi regime loves that. So I'm not sure I totally buy this.
What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, just
all he was doing was trying to help her up.
Can crumble at any moment based upon dynamics, and that's one of the reasons never to have them. Don't have entangling alliances. Imagine that. Imagine following the best wisdom of the U.S. founders.
And when those forces arrive on January 23rd or 26th, I think is the window.
I don't want to hear your
wow.
I don't want to read your fucking.
Hey, Nork. What's this dude's name? Shout out to this dude, yo. He's the Nork, right? He's like nerd and dork put together. But this is the homie right here. This is the homie, y'all. For sure, yo. Shout out to him. Check him out on Instagram.
DMs. I want to see your comments. Unfollow me if you still support this. That's all I fucking want. I want you gone if you still support the murder of American citizens by untrained pieces of shit.
We're trying to destroy the Iranian
for what?
Economy from within.
What are you willing to give it all fucking up for? What are you willing to give it all fucking up for, man?
I feel him, bro. I'm 100% on his side. Oh, this is the one. Whoa, whoa. This is the actual creature allegedly from Brazil, right? The incident that happened in Brazil in January 1996 is called Virginia, in Virginia, Brazil. If you guys don't know about that, look it up. It's called Brazilians Roswell. All right. Now this is a highly credible incident, event, and possible cover-up. Look into it. Some new information has came out, and some new people testifying under oath about the situation, different things like that. A lot of new information coming out about this case. Make sure you guys go check it out. Brazilian Roswell, Virginia, Brazil. All right.
We will be able to degrade the government.
Hold on a second. Are we aware that a few days ago, the Bank of England warned to prepare for economic chaos sparked by the existence of alien life? And this is like major mainstream news have posted about this. Warning issued that alien revelations could spark financial crisis. And this one from The Independent. Bank of England must plan for a financial crisis triggered by aliens, says former policy expert. So my question is this. Is there going to be a financial crisis that's triggered by aliens? Or is there going to be a financial crisis that's blamed on the kind of unconfirmable reports of aliens? You know what I'm saying? Like you can kind of flip a switch and then be like, oh, it was the aliens. Or no. What it would actually be is, oh, breaking shocking news, aliens. And then boom, bang, bang, all of a sudden the economy would just tank, everything would go freaking upside down. Is that what they're saying is coming around the corner? Because I already heard people saying in their 2026 bingo card, it's going to be, whatchamacallit, disclosure. Like we're talking, yes, there's aliens, fully confirmed. Here's what we know about them. Now my question is, because there are some people who don't quite believe in space and don't really believe that we're on a spinning ball, and so for those people, they would think two things. Either these quote-unquote
these people are retarded, bro. Now, if you're the United States, I'm sorry, flat earthers, I don't understand. We already know that there's space out there. I don't understand. We've already established that. Why are you guys stuck in the fucking 1800s? Like, come on.
Aliens were just entities or, you know, creatures from other lands beyond the ice wall. And then, or they would be fully, basically a hologram, which we know about that project. You know, it rhymes with Schmroject Schmloomleem. So I wonder, all I know is when I read this, I don't go, oh no, aliens are going to crash the economy. I go, what's the angle here? That's what I think, man. What is this priming us for? It sounds like it's priming us for disclosure. Or you could kind of perhaps sheepishly read this and go, dang, like, thankfully we're being warned, like, when these aliens come, we better make sure we got our stuff sorted out. You know what I'm saying? But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Aliens, ball, flat, Schmloomleem, are we talking legit or not? Let me know in the comments and follow for more. Now, if you made it this far, I should say,
knock them off. They don't care if it takes 5 years, 10 years. They want to defeat Iran. They want regime
Project Opposite Beam, Project Red Beam. No, I'm talking about very serious, and it is actually documented and
John Mearsheimer
in the FOIA files.
Look, Iran is an Israel problem.
There's a whole lot more I'm going to be posting, but I do want to mention that right now Chalk is giving away free bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia.
Nobody cares about that.
We're absolutely shooting ourselves in the foot here.
I'm talking fertility, brain function, hormones, energy levels, cognition, and your pineal gland. Comment free below and check your DMs for details.
ICE is now saying that they can and will break into your house without a warrant signed by a judge. Let's talk about it. A private internal memo has officially been leaked and shows that department officials are authorizing ICE to illegally break into homes. A whistleblower reported all of this to Congress in a report that says acting ICE Director Todd Lyons authorizes ICE agents to forcibly enter into certain people's homes without a judicial warrant, consent, or an emergency. Mind you, there's a major difference between a judicial warrant, which is signed by a judge and issued by a court, as opposed to an administrative warrant, which is just a bullshit paper that ICE writes internally to lie to people and say that there's a warrant for their arrest. ICE exploits the language barrier that immigrants have and the fact that people don't know the difference between the two warrants into easily being fooled into complying to whatever the fuck the ICE agents say. The fucked up part about it is that the memo specifically acknowledges that the U.S. Department of Homeland Security has not historically relied on administrative warrants alone to arrest aliens in their place of residence. And bitch, yes, because administrative warrants are internal documents issued by immigration authorities that authorize the arrest of a specific individual but do not permit officers to forcibly enter private homes or other non-public spaces without consent. Only warrants signed by judges carry that authority. They know this, and yet the memo instructs ICE agents to break the law anyway, saying, to be clear, a Form 1205 is not a search warrant and should only be used to enter the residence of the subject to conduct an administrative immigration arrest. And they also know that they're breaking the law because the memo is addressed to all ICE personnel, but it has been shown to only select DHS officials who then shared it with some employees who were told to read it and then return it. One of the two whistleblowers was allowed to view the memo only in the presence of a supervisor and then had to give it back. That person was also not allowed to take notes. They literally made people read this memo under supervision and hand it back without taking notes because they knew that shit was illegal. And they're banking on the fact that most Americans won't care because it's just immigrants. But constitutional rights don't fucking have asterisks. Either the Fourth Amendment protects everybody with due process or it protects no one. And right now, ICE is betting that you won't do shit about it.
Wow. Well,
deserve blame. He surrounds himself.
they might do something about it when they start losing agents, right?
Supposed to ask no questions, have no
Okay, this one needs to be skipped. I don't know why there's no sound. This is a really good one too. Probably play it in a little while if we can get the sound in this one.
Biden for bombing Yemen and then just bombed Yemen for
Economic chaos sparked by the
only discontinuing that.
Got that
because
one.
the ballistic missile supply was starting to get
This is the one, yeah, right here. Check this one. This one's good.
Just like you do. You can't snatch people off the street without a warrant. And I'm telling you right now, federal or not, it's against the law. I'm an officer of the law too, man. You put hands on anyone out here. Watch me. I'm against the cylinder.
Yeah, right. About time, y'all. Let's go NYPD.
Yeah.
That's what they want, more than anything.
That's what I'm talking about.
Netanyahu's pretty much said that straight up. I say, shove it, Netanyahu. I say the U.S., if they're truly patriotic, we truly had sovereignty, American-based sovereignty, we really tell him not only to take a hike, but have help arrest him on behalf of the ICJ. The first one is called Travels and Adventures of Little Baron Trump. He has enacted a genocide in Gaza. The criminal U.S. government that I hate to say rules over me has funded it, and not only funded it, made excuses for it, and then gets into Israeli-based wars. For what? For no purpose. No redeeming purpose for Americans, ever. There just isn't. There's never the opportunity to benefit as a regular American from this. It's just the banks and well-connected military contractors and APEC and all the vile neocons that have been calling for this for more than 3 decades.
Damn.
That's what is at play here. We can't get involved in this war even though it looks like it's happening, so if I'm to predict, there is going to be additional U.S. strikes against Iran in the next month, probably late January, early February, if I was absolutely having to guess. But I do think they're poised for it, and I do think it's coming. I hate to say that, but take it as you will. But let me know what you think. Do you think a U.S. strike against Iran is coming soon? And will there be more attempts to enact regime change? Let me know in the comments down below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, also please consider becoming a YouTube member. You can do that by clicking the join button down below. And if you do, you can gain access immediately to all my members-only content. That's content you can watch before the general public on YouTube before it comes out. I think there's 4 or 5 or sometimes more videos there for you to watch than that. I really appreciate you too if you support me that way. And also, if you want a free copy of my first book, Compact of the Republic, click the link in the description below. That'll just send you to a website. You just plug in your email there.
Seized.
Full copy of that book free of charge.
By Trump's uncle.
And look, I have few demands.
That's crazy.
And I'm unapologetic about that. No more war, no more debt, no more inflation, and no more empire. Peace out, guys. Catch you in the next one.
My name is John. It gets even deeper, though. Werner von Braun, Nazi scientist, by the way, founder of NASA, wrote a book called Project Mars in 1953 about a man named Elon who takes everyone to Mars.
Wow.
The founder of NASA.
We started borrowing special forces.
Wow.
Trump and Tesla are working together. They got space and time. Think about it, that would be right by Times Square.
I'm telling you, dog, this shit is a simulation, bro.
The most obvious.
Out of here. I'm gonna remove the private property. You're in private property. Get out of here. Get out or you'll get arrested. Get out here. You won't get arrested for trespassing.
Speak English, bro. You are safe, bro.
Fucking wanna be cops. You right?
If all officers could move like this.
Oh, that was so good to see. Y'all see that? Yeah, we need all our cops to do that. All law enforcement, if they ever needed a time to stand up and reclaim their relationship with the community around them, this would be the thing to do for sure. This would be their chance to reinstate their trust with the community, all that.
Penny for your thoughts.
Oh, we gotta see this again.
In the dream,
I want to see it one more time.
They hate you or what you stand for.
What's the matter, baby boy?
And so they are very happy to die for a cause. At the same time,
Y'all know you okay?
Out of here. I'm gonna remove the private property. You're in private property. Get out of here. Get out or you'll get arrested. Get out here. You won't get arrested for trespassing.
Speak English, bro. You are safe, bro.
Fucking wanna be cops. You right?
If all officers could move like this.
Woo!
Imagine how the tides would turn. That's all I'm saying. Penny for your thoughts.
Shout out to these
And in
two.
the dream, he predicted 3 world wars. The First World War, he said, must be brought about, and I'm quoting from Albert Pike. The First World War must be brought about in order to permit the Illuminati to overthrow the power of the czars in Russia and of making that country a fortress of atheistic communism. The divergences caused by the agents of the Illuminati between the British and German empires will be used to foment this war. He says, quote, the Second World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences between the fascists and the political Zionists. This war must be brought about so that Nazism is destroyed and that the political Zionism will be strong enough to institute a sovereign state of Israel in Palestine.
Wow.
He's now thinking about this Third World War, and it says that it will be caused by the differences between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the State of Israel, mutually destroy each other. That's what it says. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economic exhaustion.
And they all chuckled. And I said, you Brits live in a dream world. If you think because they have palm trees and pretty beaches that they're not going to kill you if they have the chance. And we all laughed again. And then a couple of weeks later, I made a mistake that I had never made.
Sorry for that, chat. I had to check on my baby boy. All right, now this is an article. I don't know if I really believe it at all, but the reason is simple. It's because I've only heard these allegations on Instagram and Facebook. Only 2 places where I've seen this. I don't see it on the CERN website. I don't see it on anything. So it says CERN's researchers apologize for the destruction of 5 parallel universes in recent experiment, right? So I was looking into it. I was like, this can't be real, right? So I'm looking into it.
And I can see when I get close.
Let me go over here.
Window's been shot out, and Stephen Saunders drives a white Rover.
I'm looking into it, and I literally cannot find anything that has to do with it at all. So we go to like
usually would drop a manifesto at the site of the assassination.
apology.
Mail one to a leftist newspaper. My boss runs into my
See,
office and he said,
the
"Did you see
only
the
two
manifesto?
things on it is one from Facebook and one from Instagram. That's it. Nothing from the home CERN, the main website, which is right here. There's nothing there. There's nothing when I look up anywhere else. The only is two posts, one on Instagram and one on Facebook. So I don't think that's real. I think that was a fake post to make CERN look more anonymous. That's kind of weird. Anyway, let's get back into the videos. So it says, New Mexico considers statewide ban on ICE detention. Would block state and local governments from entering or renewing contracts. Let's go!
I was one of only a handful of CIA officers who spoke.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Even with my fluent Arabic, I spoke with an accent. So John's not going to be able to put on a thobe and a dishdasha and
Here's my sound.
to a terrorist training camp and volunteer. That's just not real life. It doesn't happen. And so your job is to recruit someone who is either a member of a terrorist group or can become a member of a terrorist group so that you can use his information to disrupt future attacks. A million different types of people that you might want to consider recruiting. But if you recruit a bona fide terrorist, someone who is able to get
That turned off, but okay.
for hours probably, and he's going to give you 5, 6, 10 different intelligence reports. This is what they're talking about. This is what they're planning. They want to do an attack in, Bali or whatever. That's the stuff that you want to get. When I was training as a case officer, one of my instructors said to me that he had gone through his entire 30-plus year career in operations, and he never, ever had a target say no to a recruitment. And I said, you must be like some kind of a magical wizard of recruitment. And he laughed and he said, no. When you eventually say, listen, I'm not really, the economic officer here, I'm really a CIA officer. When you drop that cover, you have to be certain that they're not going to run screaming from the room, calling for the police, reporting you to their ambassador. You're going to get arrested, you're going to get expelled, your career's going to come to a halt. You have to be 100% sure. That's where you take them to lunch, you take them to dinner, you spend weekends together, you do day trips.
Be fair, kind of asked for it.
Kids are playing together to the point where you have figured out by now whether he has a vulnerability. And a vulnerability can mean a lot of different things. Maybe he just really, really loves his kids. That can be a vulnerability because then that allows me to say, I see your kids. I know you want your kids to go to the best schools.
Hold on, we got some other sound playing. Where? Hold on. There we go. My bad, chat. Damn. Yeah, those paintballs hurt. Ain't no joke. All you gotta do is go inside. They just want you to go inside, bro. You better go inside before you go to jail. Now you're gonna get shot and go to jail. That's kind of stupid, bro. He asked for that one.
Gmail is being sued, so if you have a Gmail account, make sure you're listening. Google just settled their lawsuit, and they owe people $425 million. And you may be entitled to some of this money. Basically, they were tracking users' web traffic, even when you had the cookies off, locations off, everything off. That's what led to this class action. Google tried to say their privacy coverage covered this, but the jury said this was way too
That class action was only 7,000.
You might be thinking,
Load or what?
how much am I actually going to get? There are a lot of Google users, but the thing...
Yeah, fucking political. That was murder. An ICU nurse who worked at the VA, who was legally carrying a firearm that was fucking holstered while he was filming. who is now being painted as a domestic terrorist because he took a gun to a protest. But all these 2A motherfuckers a couple years back were screaming Kyle Rittenhouse's name from the goddamn rooftops. Oh, well, that was different. Yeah, you're right. He had a fucking rifle strapped to his chest. The man who was shot and murdered by ICE was concealed carrying a firearm that he was legally allowed to fucking have. I am now seeing reports that it's even possible that they disarmed him by taking his weapon out of his holster that was at his 6 o'clock, and then they mag dumped the fucking guy. So if you are legally carrying a firearm and they take that off of your person and then utilize that as a justification to put rounds in your fucking back while you're laying face down on the pavement, then it was never about following the law. The Second Amendment doesn't matter anymore.
Wow.
You're fucked. So
It's
what
true.
are all the don't tread on me two-way gun-toting, boot-licking fucktards? Or is it just when it's not on your fucking side? So I'm done playing the middle ground. I'm done making first aid videos that just might help, that can be seen by both sides. So fuck it. Fuck Trump. Fuck ICE. We are not mad enough. Yeah, fucking political. That was murder. Yeah, fucking political.
Yeah. Look at these comments, you guys. Look at these comments. National strike. We must stop everything. I feel his emotions. Yesterday needs to be turning point. Enough of this waiting and mid-game election shit. Yep. Bro, ICE is getting out of hand, bro. They are out of hand. This is, oh, look at this one. This is not the America I grew up in. Right? This is a straw. They overstepped, overreacted, and committed murder again. These unframed in-depth thugs have machine guns. I'm just so afraid what's gonna happen with these people. They are just more violent every day and being told it's okay, which is even worse. They've been ordered to stop and they keep doing it. One man being held down by 5 other guys and then being shot in the back 10 times. What's the solution? Man. You know, and half of America kind of feels the same way. This is messed up, bro.
I fucking love that book.
This is really messed up. What's going on?
And they talk about,
I feel like the country is falling apart, bro. I really do. And it's all this division that was orchestrated. And it's so sad to see. Because it's coming. If you don't think it's coming to your state, you got another thing coming. It's coming and it's spreading everywhere. True agenda behind 15-minute smart
15-minute
cities.
cities is something that the WEF has created called C40. The 15-minute cities is something that the WEF has created called C40, and it's called C40 cities. I would urge you to certainly look on the internet about it. Basically, you won't be able to drive a petrol or diesel car anymore. You'll have to buy electric. If you want food, you will get a calorie-controlled system sent to you by text saying, this is what you can eat today. This is what you can have today.
That's fucking insane.
If you violate any of these things, they'll freeze your bank account. That is the next step. These are stages in which they're going to implement this stuff. And this was signed up by the WEF, and the WEF has signed up with our mayor in London as the chair. And he has gone around the world to communicate this C40 to all of the countries in the world. And most of the countries are looking at adopting it. Now, I am going to abolish it. It is a hopeless position. We are going to be in an open
This is crazy.
prison, or shall we say a COVID for the rest of our lives. We will not be able to work unless it's in our 15-minute city. It's diabolical. This is not the right thing. And it's been hidden from the public. No one's talking about it.
It's not really surprising. It makes sense because it's completely aligned with the demonic agenda, the one world government, where you own nothing and you will be happy, and
Own nothing and you will be happy.
you'll be their little puppet and they can do what they want. And
That is a major saying. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. You know, I want to put that on a shirt. We're going to make some merch. Designs. You'll own nothing. And be happy. There we go. Also the no ammo shirt. No ammo. Oh. Yeah, baby boy. Caca? Alright, I'll go change your diaper. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got another one.
And it's called C40 Cities. I would urge you to certainly...
Coffee, donuts, hot chocolate. What do you guys? I got some coffee, donuts, hot chocolate. What are you guys giving out? Coffee, donuts, hot chocolate.
And you're with the Minnesota National Guard?
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are.
Why was this important for you guys to do today?
It's a demonstration of safety and security. We're here to help. I got some coffee, donuts, hot chocolate.
What are you guys giving out?
Coffee, donuts, hot chocolate.
And you're with the Minnesota National Guard?
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are.
Why was this important for you guys to do today?
It's a demonstration of safety and security. We're here to help. I got some coffee, donuts, hot chocolate.
What are you guys giving out?
Coffee, donuts, hot chocolate.
And you're with the Minnesota National Guard?
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are.
Why was this important for you guys to do today?
It's a demonstration of safety and security. We're here to help. I got some coffee, donuts, hot chocolate.
What are you guys giving out?
Coffee, donuts, hot chocolate.
And you're with the Minnesota National Guard?
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are.
Why was this important for you guys to do today?
It's a demonstration
This is crazy.
Safety
Okay.
and security.
That's National Guard though. Those are good soldiers, bro. That's not a crooked regime like ICE.
He's a citizen! He's a citizen! He's a citizen! He's a citizen! That's my brother-in-law!
What's your name? Jonathan Aguilar Garcia. I'm literally a U.S. citizen.
We're citizens!
Okay, then show your ID.
Get your ID!
What the fuck?
We're native. What are you doing? Why'd you hit him? No! Stop! What are you doing? No! Why are you hitting my nephew?
She's trying to go to work.
What the fuck?
Oh, what? Crazy shit. Y'all some crazy. Y'all got no heart, for real. No heart. No heart. She's a female.
Get off of her right now.
You guys hit her. How you guys gonna arrest her? We're from the United States, bro. You better break the U.S., bro.
The U.S. citizens.
I was going to school. I was going to school.
He's a citizen. He's a citizen.
That is messed up, bro. Freaking messed up. Something needs to happen, bro. Alright, let me change my kid's diaper. You guys watch that for 1 second. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. Gotta do the deed of being a father. Alright, here we go.
Big homie explains why ISIS.
Oh, this is Minnesota? I thought it was like Iran. Hold on. Man, ICE is fucking that city up. Notice I say ICE is fucking that city up, not these people, because these people wouldn't be doing that if ICE wasn't there. If ICE were just only focusing on immigrants and not messing with American citizens, this wouldn't be a problem. But no, there's physics. I mean, they're literally targeting American citizens now. It's crazy. What's up, baby boy? Phone unlocked. There you go. Let's see.
Organizations. Big homie explains why ISIS is pushing up on the land. These terror cell organizations.
40,000 ISIS and Al Qaeda workers and soldiers infiltrated the border. We just seen Afghani shoot National Guard. In Chicago, they found an apartment filled with C4 explosives, fire department uniforms, and police officer uniforms. This ain't about the guys hanging outside the Home Depot and the 7-Eleven. Our sovereignty is under attack because the Islamic State has been named as a terror organization. That's going to trigger attacks. In the Quran, it says, kill the non-believers. We have 40,000 Somalis who was using the unemployment system to send money back to Al-Shabaab.
Wow.
Group, I'm just out there negotiating the freedom of children. That's what's going on in our country. So people talking about defund the police, and they talking about, oh, ISIS, all this. Man, bro, in our communities, you have terror cells operating. Point blank, period. 40,000 Chinese nationals crossed the border. Then what do they find? They find a SIM farm in New York where they had the infrastructure to take out 200 million phone lines. That's what's going on. Our national security has been...
Big homie explains why ISIS is pushing on the land. These
Wow. And he's right. He's right. He's 100% right. You guys think that Chopper was really just an accident, the one that went down over the airport? You guys think all these planes that went down in a short amount of time, like literally tens of them down in 1 month? I mean, within 6 months. And there was a lot done in 1 month too, in order to say that. But man, it was just crazy. That whole year was just insane. You guys think all that shit was an accident? Yeah, right. You guys must be blind, oblivious, or mentally retarded. All right, here we go.
Are you a United States citizen of this country? Are you a United States citizen? If you do not answer the question, you will be detained, you'll be placed under arrest and taken inside forever. You either can speak to us, or we will take you inside. You have two options. I'm going to tell you again, or we're going to place you under arrest. Are you a United States citizen, sir?
No weapons, no nothing? Step up. Put your hands right here.
They said this is a new administration. We can do whatever we want now. That's what they told me. That's what the supervisor, Guerra, told me. That she could do whatever she wants. It's a new administration. There's new rules put in place. And we don't just let people remain
What, baby?
silent.
Okay, I'll get you right now. You want an apple? Hold on 1 second, kid. Okay.
Anymore.
Citizen of this country. Are you a United States citizen? If you do not answer the question,
shouldn't you already know if he's a U.S. citizen before you even went up to him? Shouldn't you already know who he is if you're targeting immigrants? Why are you going up to random Americans asking if they're citizens? Do some research. Do your job. The fuck?
you will be detained, you'll be placed under arrest and taken
That is insane.
You can't put your hands on everybody. Some of them folks ain't.
ICE agent in Tampa got smoked like Thanksgiving ham. Yes! Yes! ICE agents in Tampa got smoked like Thanksgiving ham after the victims thought they were being kidnapped. Let's go!
Everybody. Some of them folks ain't going, even at gunpoint. You can't put your hands on everybody. Some of them folks ain't going, even at gunpoint.
Look at the comment right there. Somebody thought it was a good idea to snatch women and children while wearing masks and expecting people not to defend themselves and their families. Right?
Even at gunpoint.
Someone comes in my house, bro, I'm defending my whole house.
You can't put your hands on everybody. Some of them folks ain't going, even at gunpoint.
Yes, sir. And this one, because you roll up on me in a mask in an unmarked vehicle, I have a license to carry. Trying to snatch someone's family at gunpoint with mask and throw them in the back of a car, it was a matter of time. Good. Less ICE agents wasting tax dollars. Yes, sir. Let's see these comments. Oh, you know, I'm going to follow this account. I like this account. Using authorities to kidnap, attempt, and commit sexual abuse or attempt to kill can be punishable by fines, life imprisonment, or death. Document all violations of constitutional and civil rights, including illegal search and seizure. Individuals failing to self-identify or enact new due process are engaged in an act of kidnapping. Yes, sir. I like my ice crushed.
Ain't going.
Did you see it yet? Not blue hair, not a radical, not an immigrant, not even a woman who we know you have. Did you see it yet? Not blue hair, not a radical, not an immigrant, not even a woman who we know you have no respect for. This is a white, seemingly straight, good-looking young man, an ICU nurse who works at the VA helping our heroes. He was on the street filming when ICE double-handed pushed a woman to the ground, and he went over and he stood between her and their violence. And then the federal officers pepper sprayed both of them, and he still kept his body between her and these out-of-control monsters. So then 8 untrained cowards jumped him. They disarmed him because he told them he was carrying, with a legal permit, by the way, in a concealed carry state, and then they executed him in front of a street full of people on camera. And when his lifeless body was on the ground for the crime of protecting someone who was being attacked, these fucking psychopaths put at least 5 more bullets into his body. And we're supposed to believe they were fearing for their lives? DHS and ICE are already on TV saying he was armed and violently resisting. No, he wasn't, you fucking liars. He wasn't violent, you were. You are the armed criminals. You are the ones with no place in civil society.
Yep.
The United States Senate is voting on ICE's funding next week. And this is a group that does not deserve to be funded. Any senator who votes to continue to pay for this mob of unhinged murderers is out of their fucking mind. Because this cannot be retrained. This has to be stopped. So if you are a U.S. senator right now, do not write a fucking tweet. Do not write a fucking tweet. Write a bill. Write a bill that abolishes this heinous department. Yes, We need immigration officers, but we don't need whatever the fuck these guys are. This man's name was Alex Jeffrey Peretti. He was 37 years old, and he was executed by the American government. Did you see it yet?
Yes, sir. I'm tired of seeing US citizens being killed and no ICE agents being killed. That's what I'm tired of. Alright, let's see. Go to the next video.
This is your warning. For what? Stop fucking following us. You are impeding operations. This is the United States federal government. I live over here. I gotta get to my house. This is your warning. Gotta get to my house. Go home to your kids. Go to church. Go to home to your kids. This is your last warning. I serve the Lord. I will arrest you. Go to church. I guarantee you're not going to like the outcome. Go home to your children. It's Sunday. Yeah, go exactly. Let people go to church. You did not learn from what just happened? Go home to your kids.
Did you hear that at the end? Didn't you learn from the other day what happened? Direct threats. If you don't comply, we're going to fucking kill you. Did you see the guy on the other side already had his pistol drawn? These guys aren't fucking law enforcement officers. They are chaos agents. These motherfuckers are just the lowest of the low. They've scraped the bottom of the barrel. They found pieces of shit around this country that needed the cash, that didn't have any fucking morals, that were already racist as fuck anyway. Y'all don't even realize that you're the stupidest motherfuckers in this whole regime, and you're gonna be the first ones made an example of when this shit falls. You saw a bigger paycheck than you ever had in your life, and you thought your dumbass was just gonna fucking cash in on your hate finally, but that's not how this shit's gonna end, and you're gonna get what the fuck is coming to you eventually. The American people clearly aren't standing for this shit, and they never will, so fuck you. The people are not supposed to be afraid of the government. The government...
Hold on.
This is your warning. For what? Stop fucking following us. You are impeding operations. This is the United States federal government. I live over here. I gotta get to my house. This is your warning. Gotta get to my house. Go home to your kids. Go to church. Go to home to your kids. This is your last warning. I serve the Lord. I will arrest you. Go to church. I guarantee you're not gonna like the outcome. Go home to your children. It's Sunday. Yeah, go exactly. Let people go to church. You did not learn from what just happened? Go home to your kids.
Did you hear that at the end? Didn't you learn from the other day what happened? Direct threats. If you don't comply, we're gonna fucking kill you. Did you see the guy on the other side already had his pistol drawn? These guys aren't fucking law enforcement officers. They are chaos agents. These motherfuckers are just the lowest of the low. They've scraped the bottom of the barrel. They found pieces of shit around this country that needed the cash, that didn't have any fucking morals, that were already racist as fuck anyway. Y'all don't even realize that you're the stupidest motherfuckers in this whole regime, and you're gonna be the first ones made an example of when this shit falls. You saw a bigger paycheck than you ever had in your life, and you thought your dumbass was just gonna fucking cash in on your hate finally, but that's not how this shit's gonna end, and you're gonna get what the fuck is coming to you eventually. The American people clearly aren't standing for this shit, and they never will, so fuck you. The people are not supposed to be afraid of the people.
Okay, did you guys just see what was spotted at a conference in Dubai with Mr. Beast famous YouTube? Okay, did you guys just see what was spotted at a conference in Dubai with Mr. Beast famous YouTuber? He calls out two individuals from the crowd that literally must be descendants of giants. Like I'm talking, look at this.
He's the Burj Khalifa of humans. Before I answer that, can you two stand up real quick? Those guys might be the tallest guys I've ever seen in my life. And I've just been staring at them this whole time. How tall are you guys? Wait, here, could you actually just come up real quick? Can you stand beside my CEO, Jeff, real quick? Just for a comparison. I don't know these guys. This isn't planned. They walked in and it was... Are you an NBA player? Are you actually?
No way.
Crazy? I don't want to stand up because I'm going to look like short. Alright, what is...
Okay, so listen, those two guys were between 7 foot 11 inches and 8 foot 1, I think. So they would be like micro-sized on the giant scale throughout history. 6 foot is that, okay? We're talking, if you have looked at the ancient bones they found, which they've hidden, but there's still rumors and secrets that have emerged from, and you look at historical context of all ancient cultures talking about these freaking beings, those would have been like these small fry giants compared to what else we got. And you may be thinking, well, where's all the bones? Well, most of them are gone when the flood occurred. But the ones that are found, officially, they're all fake. However, also officially, the Smithsonian confiscates them to test their authenticity. And then also officially, many times they lose them after that and they're never to be seen again. But I'm sure that's just nothing. Now, David and Goliath, I'm pretty sure Goliath was also not even one of the gianter giants. So we're talking like seriously freaky stuff here. Why would they be giant? Well, because there was giant trees that pumped off giant amounts of oxygen, which increased the growth and lifespan of every living being on Earth at the time, including giant insects and reptiles. Dinosaurs. Now, of course, this is literally purely my opinion. I mean, this is not, like, you're not going to find this in a textbook at your school, of course, so don't expect to, because it's an opinion. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and follow for more.
Wow.
Now, if you made it this far, I should say that there's a whole lot more I'm going to be posting, but I do want to mention that right now Chalk is giving away free bags of the organic heirloom cacao from
That is just crazy, bro.
Powder. Super detoxing, freaking delicious, and if you're a YouTuber...
These dudes were tall as hell.
Well, the translators are gone. Well, the translators are gone, and the live stream is waning, which means that if we just listen to my colleague Matthias, the best thing in the world would be to leave it to you, the people. Now it's up to you to share what clearly, based on the cavernous emptiness we see in all of these spaces, is only going to be heard if you share it. So it feels very appropriate that I should be the one with the quietest voice.
Yeah, bro, keep it down.
But let's let that lion roar.
Man.
Shall we? I'm done talking about COVID, and I'm done talking about SARS-CoV-2, and I'm done for a very simple reason. For 110 years, we, the people of the world, have been lied to. We're a group, a very small number of criminal, industrial conspirators decided to subordinate the entirety of the human population for the purpose of their sinister plans to enrich themselves while impoverishing and killing the rest of humanity. And I'm done being polite. We've long passed polite. When the words acceptable death rate become part of an industrial norm, we have lost the plot of humanity. And that's not my words. Those were the words of the World Health Organization and of Pfizer and of Moderna when they were given the authorization to begin the process of killing human beings in the interest of advancing their goals. Next slide. And I'm also not going to sugarcoat this. This is a criminal cartel. We are acting as though there's some sort of redeemable quality somewhere in some esoteric layer that somehow or another the World Health Organization must have some salutatory benefit. Well, I'm going to tell you, since its formation in the 1940s, the World Health Organization has been nothing more than a criminal cartel that has a sole and singular intent. And I will show you the document that proves what I'm saying. This is not an allegation. This is actually provable by their own words in their own hand. And they use a four-step process to execute every one of their nefarious plans. They begin by planning an exercise, then they go to the business of funding that exercise, then they create the rationale for the thing that they're going to do, and then they deploy and profit from it. And in violation of 15... Well, the translators are gone, and the live stream...
Wow. Yeah, they really screwed us with the COVID bullshit stuff. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Look, what is cancer exactly? It's...
See what this is. They're not loading?
an attack by
To my fellow Americans, to the American people, to my fellow Americans, to the American people, we swore an oath to protect you. We swore an oath to the Constitution. We swore an oath to protect women, children, the disabled, immigrants, the BIPOC community, the LGBTQ community, not just white people, veterans. It's time to fall in. Civilians, it's time to fall in. Everybody, we need you in D.C. February 27th and 28th. It's time to answer the call. It's time to impeach, convict, or remove Donald Trump. It's time to get ICE off our cities, the military off our city streets. It's time to bring peace back to America. We the people is not a slogan. We the people means the people. And we will make sure the people feel safe in their own fucking country again. To my fellow Americans, to the American people, we swore an oath to protect you. We swore an oath to the Constitution.
Why do we pay to exist? Who gave them the right to charge us for water and land they didn't create? We should not be paying anything for our existence on this earth. Let that sink in. Let it scrape against everything that you've been taught. Because, you know, the idea that you owe money just for existing is the most absurd thing that humanity has ever accepted. You were born here against your will on a planet that you did not create, under a sky that no government ever hung, breathing air that no corporation manufactured, and somehow you begin your life already in debt. That is not even sane. Explain to me how land became owned. Why do we pay to exist? Who gave them the right to charge us for water and land they didn't create? We should not be paying anything for our existence on this earth. Let that sink in. Let it scrape against everything that you've been taught. Because, you know, 100%. The idea that you owe money just for existing is the most absurd thing that humanity has ever accepted. You were born here against your will on a planet that you did not create, under a sky that no government ever hung, breathing air that no corporation manufactured, and somehow you begin your life already in debt. That is not even sane. Explain to me how land became owned. Explain how water became a bill. Explain how shelter became rent, movement became a license, and rest became something you have to earn after selling most of your waking hours. They didn't just monetize labor, they monetized survival. And the moment survival has a price tag, freedom is gone. Freedom is lost. Because it is not a choice if you have to comply in order to be let to live. And don't insult people by calling this just how the world works. That phrase is the psychological gag they stuff in your mouth before they tighten the leash. Miss enough payments and watch how fast the mask drops. They don't just take your house. They don't just shut off your utilities. They take your mobility, your dignity. They cage your body, all because you failed to keep up with the subscription fee for being alive. Work itself is not the enemy. Contribution is natural. Humans have always built, always grown, always created, and always shared. What is evil is when contribution stops being voluntary and becomes a condition for survival. You're not lazy for questioning this. You're not crazy for
crazy.
We swore an oath to protect you.
There it is, y'all. Donald Trump immediately demeanor went. There it is, y'all. Donald Trump immediately demeanor went stone cold as Blank stated, he raped me. Right there. Donald Trump raped me. Blank said what? As Donald J. Trump had raped her along with Jeffrey Epstein together. Blank noted, some girl with a funny name took me into a fancy hotel, Ghislaine Maxwell, or building. That's how it happened. Blank advised to call the police regarding the incident as Blank stated, I can't. They will unalive me. On Christmas Day, Blank contacted Blank stated she had in fact called the police about what they had talked about, and she had done good. And I don't know what happened until 2000. They did not hear from her until 2000. But y'all, this is scary. This other document says Blank asked Blank about his time driving a limousine for 2 years in Dallas-Fort Worth area. During this time as a driver, he had met Donald Trump. Noted he picked the president up in 1995 and took him to the DFW airport. Blank reported some of things President Trump had spoken about during the ride while on his cell phone. It says right here, he raped me. He took me into a fancy hotel or a building. That's how it happened. And this man happens to be the president. There it is, y'all. Donald Trump immediately, demeanor went stone cold as Blank stated, he raped me. Right there. Donald Trump raped me. Blank said what?
I put I could type too. All right.
How many United States
Watch one
military
more, and then I'm
veterans
gonna go ahead and
reported?
take a break and get into the gaming stream. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys go to the channel, Skills1 Gaming.
I don't believe
All
you
right,
served
let's
in the
check out
military. I haven't either, but
one
how
more.
many United States military veterans have you deported?
Sir, we have not deported U.S. citizens or military veterans.
I don't believe you served in the military. I haven't either, but I think you and I can agree that as Americans, we owe everything to those who have served our country in uniform, particularly those who have served in combat. Do you agree with that?
Sir, I believe that people that are in this United States that are citizens have legal status here. Those
Madam Secretary, we are joined on Zoom by a gentleman named Sejun Park. He is a United States Army combat veteran who was shot twice while serving our country in Panama in 1989. Like many veterans, he struggled with PTSD and substance abuse after his service. He was arrested in the 1990s for some minor drug offenses, nothing serious. He never hurt anyone besides himself, and he's been clean and sober for 14 years. He is a combat veteran, a Purple Heart recipient. He has sacrificed more for this country than most people ever have. Earlier this year, you deported him to Korea, a country he hasn't lived in since he was 7 years old. Will you join me in thanking Mr. Park for his service to our country?
Sir, I'm grateful for every single person that has served our country and follows
And
our laws.
can you please
and
tell
knows
Mr.
that our
Park
laws
why
are
you
important
deported
and
him?
every one of them needs to be enforced.
But you understand that many veterans struggle with PTSD, many veterans struggle with substance abuse challenges. This man took 2 bullets for our country. Will you have broad authority, by the way, as Secretary, to issue humanitarian parole, to do deferred action. Will you commit to at least looking at Mr. Park's case to see if you can help him find a pathway back to this country that he sacrificed so much for?
I will absolutely look at his case, but I want you
Thank
to
you.
remember that
Madam
our
Secretary, the
programs
man
need to have
behind you,
integrity as
please
well.
stand up, sir. His name is Jim Brown from Troy, Missouri. He is a Navy combat veteran who served our country in the Gulf War. He's married to a woman named Donna, who came to our country legally from Ireland when she was 11 years old. She has lived here for 48 years. Because of you, Jim's wife Donna has been in prison for the last 4 months. She did not come here illegally, and she has never committed any crime other than writing 2 bad checks totaling $80 10 years ago. She is currently in prison and facing deportation. Ms. Noem, will you thank Mr. Brown for his service to our country?
Thank you, Mr. Brown, for your service to our country.
Now, what possible explanation can there be for locking up his wife for 4 months when she has committed no crime other than writing a couple of bad checks for $80?
Sir, it is not my prerogative, my latitude, or my job to pick and choose which laws in this country get enforced.
You have
and
broad
which ones
discretion
don't.
as the Secretary.
We need
You
to
can
follow
issue
the law
parole, you
and
can do all
enforce
kinds
the
of things,
laws.
but you're choosing not to. Will you commit, again, to just reviewing Donna's case and reuniting this combat veteran with his beloved wife who also loves this country?
I will review the case.
Now, Madam Secretary, you've already heard the story of Lance Corporal Alejandro Barranco, the United States Marine veteran who is behind you, who also has 2 brothers who are United States Marines. Will you thank Lance Corporal Barranco for his service?
Thank you for your service.
His father, Narcisco Barranco, is a landscaper in California who has lived peacefully in our country for 30 years and has no criminal record. Last spring, while he was mowing the lawn at an IHOP, ICE agents tackled him in the street and imprisoned him for weeks. A peaceful, hard-working man who raised 3 sons to be United States Marines. We need men of that character in this country. Again, as Secretary, you have broad discretion. Will you consider Lance Corporal Barranco's father for parole in place to stay in our country, owing to the fact that he has contributed to our country by raising 3 United States Marines?
This is an opportunity to remind everybody that every person that's in this country illegally has an opportunity to voluntarily go home and come back the right way.
He
Follow
raised
our
3
laws,
United States
and we will
Marines.
facilitate that.
He has been living here peacefully, doing his job for 30 years. You have discretion. You are choosing not to use it. Madam Secretary, you promised America that you would go after the worst of the worst. But these people are not the worst of the worst. A Purple Heart recipient, a military spouse, the father of 3 Marines. And it's not just veterans and military families. You are locking up and deporting children with cancer, mothers with babies in the NICU, United States citizens. There are many problems with your leadership, but the biggest problem is this. You don't seem to know how to tell the difference between the good guys and the bad guys. Go after the bad guys. Go after the terrorists. Do not go after veterans, Marines, children,
Gentlemen's
United
time's
States
expired.
citizens. I yield
Gentlemen's
back.
time's expired.
How many United States military
Yes,
veterans
sir.
have you deployed?
Tell that fucking bitch. All right?
But I think you...
When PBS featured a same-sex wedding on a show for 3rd graders, your tax dollars paid for it. Growing up, PBS was...
They used to put people in insane asylums for speaking about this, so save this for later because once you see it, you can't unsee it. We are officially living... They used to put people in insane asylums for speaking about this, so save this for later because once you see it, you can't unsee it. We are officially living in the era where the New World Order isn't a conspiracy. It's a talking point, a headline, a public speech, a global initiative, a roadmap openly written into international agreements. And the wildest part is, nobody's even trying to hide it anymore. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney literally told you to your faces they are building the New World Order. For decades, the idea floated in the shadows, whispered about, mocked, and dismissed, but now they put the blueprint on websites, in policy papers, in global economic meetings, in climate forums, in digital ID initiatives, in future society.
He's not lying. He's not lying, bro. These are some crazy times we live in, everybody. Really crazy times we live in. I appreciate everybody for jumping in, dropping a like, supporting the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Skills Reacts. Peace.